StartupJuncture at the next web conference with Brian Wong, founder of Kiip. Brian, it's amazing to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Brian, can you tell us something about Kiip? What does Kiip do?
Yeah, so Kiip is a rewards platform for mobile apps and games. So imagine you're a developer of a running app and you want to monetize. You could either put annoying ads in there, or you could put in Kiip, where if someone finishes a run, you could get rewarded with a free Gatorade, for example, and you get paid for delivering that reward to your users.
Okay, Brian, you have been called one of or actually the youngest person ever to receive VC funding. How did that go? How old were you, and how did that go at the meetings?
So I was 19 when I first raised money. That record now has been broke, but I guess the first time, I was the first to be the youngest to get it, I guess. Anyways, the whole point is the meetings were not even that different. I feel like in Silicon Valley, they're very agnostic of age. It's a very different perspective.
Which is a good thing.
It's a very good thing, and I think it also means that I feel a lot more desire to be more competitive and feel like I'm on the same wavelength as other people. And those meetings, I think, because at around the time, Facebook was already starting to blow up, people knew that young people had that power, had that opportunity, had that potential to do amazing things. And so people were looking at me with that lens, and I was very fortunate.
Okay, great. You just gave an amazing talk on stage, and it was quite actually amusing. How did you start Kiip? How did that go about?
So I started it when I was laid off from Dig, and I had no job, and I wanted to figure out what to do. So I ended up,
You broke your leg, or?
Yeah, well, I broke my leg playing ice hockey a few years before that. So there's a lot of different things that just came together that and that was what led me to starting my first company. And then the Dig thing happened, and I decided to start a company again. And then so I got the idea for Kiip while I was unemployed, and that's when I decided to start it and raise money.
So Kiip is actually, you just actually talked about the future of advertising, and Kiip is about advertising, or I don't actually know if I can call it that way, but being in the moment. Can you tell us a bit more about that? And what you also talked about permission advertising. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so when you look at normal ads today, it's a lot about always the advertiser and publisher is prioritized. So you got to see this ad. You need to see us. We're going to be there, and you can't do anything about it. Then when Kiip came around, it was about how do I address your needs as a consumer. So if you finish running, here's a water or something that helps quench your thirst. So it's addressing that need. Then the next step, and what I was talking about today, was about connected devices, which was in the moment where you're running and your wearables, understanding of the fact that you're thirsty or tired, it can then address your need with a reward as well. So it's about finding moments in many different sources was really kind of how we looked at it. And moments is the word we use to describe the triggers and the needs that might arise as you're interacting with digital devices.
It's actually more than reward. It's about utility.
Correct. So being able to not just give someone something for free, but giving them the opportunity to do something next. So it's very service oriented. So if I know your car is about
the reward should be actionable. Is that the point?
100%. The reward should be actionable. It should always have something that you can do that ends up helping whatever next task you might have, gives you information. So in many ways, it's kind of like a combination of like smart, notifications to intelligent AI to predictive to whatever it might be as part of an experience that is able to know what you just did and then have something after that that helps add value to that action that you are about to take.
Fast Company nominated your Kiip as one of the 50 most innovative companies around the globe. So how is it to run such a company, especially as a young founder, as you are, 24 years old? How is that?
There's a lot of pressure if you think about it, because when someone says you're the most innovative in the world, you kind of feel like you have to be. But I don't think that, at least from how I've described it to my team, it's like we've been innovative, we need to continue to stay innovative, but still build a business, right? I think sometimes entrepreneurs are too obsessed with, let me build a sexy thing, and at some point you will be innovative, like the car when it came out, super innovative, but it's given birth to a multi-trillion-dollar industry and infrastructure, and that's kind of what we're aiming for. So yet once you are innovative, and then later on you can become massive scale.
Okay, and what would your last point? What would your advice be for young founders? You have Kiip is now 4 years old, so you have been working on it at very young age actually. And I don't know how many employees do you have right now?
80.
So how is that for a young founder?
Yeah, I think the first advice I would say is when you're first starting, use what you have. Use your youth, use the excitement, use the fact that you're early stage and it could be this big thing, it could be the next Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. And the idea here is that at least people will then rally around you for the potential. Because once you have data points, once you have revenue, it's all kind of just, it's you know where it's going. When there's more unknowns in many ways, you have more of an opportunity to recruit amazing people, build an amazing team.
Use your youth, what does that mean?
So you're young, you can fly around, you can do all-nighters, you can stay up partying and with clients or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, use what you have. Thank you.